Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about? Ugh, how am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after... So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think how to aptly... You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to... You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stop... Well, since everyone sees you as the one to... For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention... So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals.
To be fair...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there. We're finally here, folks. The real show is...
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are ready.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux clash, but he has quickly become... I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you...
Relax. My girl's at the top of her game.
Okay, follow me.
What you got?
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
It's a fury! You're pretty good.
I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong, but mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your... I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against... Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome.
Wow! Now that's true strength talking.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be...
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extreme, so don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might...
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way,
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. Quick, I faltered for but a brief moment. But before I knew it, he had... Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent... Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was, "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshun clan kung fu. It's just that... Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment.
Oh, alright then. Hope your buddy makes this.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern.
He's right. But in my case, I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger?
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your... Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been...
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple. Is that...
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental ability, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not... Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the... It is things of this nature that I also hear from within.
As crazy as all that sounds...
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, And not to mention your incredibly complex scent. Like that of...
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extra. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy, and even...
It's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods, and the vision. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange. Now then, let's test your skills.
Animal hypostasis emulation! Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Life goes on. Sacred name, fortune preserve.
Stand clear!
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponent. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points. Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to wit. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems. And
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why?
I desire to know what meaning visions have, and what influences the god's decision to grant... My apologies. You must be... For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any question. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting vision, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time.
She sounds less like an archon and more like...
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare...
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to it. The time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that...
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now, at long last, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, she strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui heart...
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match in the semi, but today's final round will As for our other combatant... Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just...
Wait a moment. Something... Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would...
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the gut.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility.
Well, if you insist. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all this.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can sense the winds are...
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Animal model 75.
Opening box of Adepti-Trix. Rise.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate...
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your head. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire.
Fine! Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent.
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision, so since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed. After all I went through to get it? I think not. Really? Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took...
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing...
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the... It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot...
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could... If this is where talking gets me, then forget it.
What are you trying to...
Wings of darkness! Come!
Boing, boing, boom! Boo! Absorption test.
just a temporary setback.
No, no! Do what you want, but please!
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking? It's up to you. Such willing.
No, no need for that. Thank.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it.
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possible. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision. After seeing you command multiple elements, come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see.
The vision didn't seem to respond.
I see. So you are also unable to. No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still.
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done, but as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that...
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying All right then, it's time we returned. Do not let my feelings trouble you, but thank you.
Beidou leave already?
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Link. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time, and Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed.
It's not unusual for the...
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut...
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like that.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champ...
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is no longer present here, I'll be sure she But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the...
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone speed, suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will try...
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaning. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after...